Good morning, after evening. Oh, how is everyone today? Yeah, this is probably a bit jarring. New, PNG tuber model, new assets, but still the same old me. I have to get used to the fact that, not only do, well, yeah, I have to get used to the new key bindings. I have on this thing. Yeah. So, the new setup. Not much really to say here. But, yeah. So, there's a couple things to note about, firstly, my new model. Yeah. Actually, let's go over to here. Ooh, transition. But, yeah. Quickly going over what's new with this particular model. A big one is that, like, unlike the other one where it was literally PNGs, this one runs off gift power! Because I figured out how the fuck to do that in Photoshop. And yeah. Honestly, with a 3.0 stuff, well, with a 3.0 model, I was originally planning on doing quite a few expressions, but I then realized that the channel's 1 year anniversary was coming up, so I thought it'd be nice to start using my 3.0 stuff round about then, sort of new view of the channel, kind of, well, new visuals and such. Yeah. There's one thing to note, and yeah. Thing to note, number one, like I said, I'm running off gift power now rather than PNG tuber. Well, PNG power. So I'm all animating stuff. I'm also using the bounce talk effect in Video Tube Mini. Yeah, we're still running off of that. To the design, the core sort of design kind of stayed the same, but it's more like a dramatic update rather than a complete redesign. One thing you'll probably notice off the bat is the fact that my wing design has actually completely changed. One thing, there's no red in my design at all. I don't exactly know why I had that. Two. The actual sort of energy part of the wing is a lot less bulky. 3. Rather than having energy fingers, I now have retractable fingers. Which, if anything, is gonna make animating extra expressions and toggles and shit easier. Note how I said expressions and toggles. Because what I'm planning with this particular model is having toggles for the neutral talking state that I can just toggle on and off, and also the usual press and hold kind of expression. So yeah, I only have one neutral state and two expressions. Like I said, I wanted to get using this pretty quick, so I kind of just speed ran some of it. So what it's in here is my neutral state. This is my happy state, and this is my shock state. Yeah, I'm a bit more animated with that now. And one thing you also may have noticed, part of my hair actually changes colour with the different expressions. Specifically the blue part, the dark blue part. It just kind of happened, like, half my creative process with it was just improvised. And you may have noticed that this background is like one you've probably seen, may or may not seen that I did in a like pixel art time lapse ages ago. That sort of thing. And that sort of, well, I decided to have a background like this where it's just random bit landscapes and that I've done and that sort of thing. As honestly, yeah, it kind of feels a shame not to make use of them in only like our stream schedule. Anywho, you might have also noticed the brand new chat overlay. For some reason, the shading on my wings is a bit off. I'll have to sort that out at some point. Like I said, it is a bit of a rush job, so there is going to be junk here and there, but what's me without a bit of junk, eh? Yeah, the shading on the wings are definitely gone, disappeared, so or at least on the sort of core. So yeah, that's something I'm gonna have to out with. Also might notice no music's playing yet on the Zatsu screen. I'll show that off a bit later. Transition! And now, this is the game screen. Now, if some of you remember, like, way back when, maybe particularly even when I was, like, a facecam streamer, I had this sort of layout. Well, I think I had the chat on the other side. So, yeah. And I quite like it because, well, I realise I liked having this sort of layout a bit better for it. Because, well, you guys can see a bit more of the game. Such. And yeah. I will be making sure to work on any sort of jank that shows up with it. With any of the stuff. Yeah. Jank and bits I've got to put on like there's other things. Again, like the shading on like the terminal of my wings. That's sort of the core part where all the energy bit sort of flows out. The mechanical part. NPCs fucking about with Sergey. They are called Hellhunters. Now, if you're familiar with like Monster Hunter World, hold on, I need to turn the game down a bit because yeah, I haven't really thought about with audio levels too much on this. But yeah, the Hellhunters. Black Hellhunter and Red Hellhunter. These are actually two reoccurring NPCs in the Monster Hunter series. They usually just give you quests that are like kinda crazy. Like, I think in one they give you a quest where you have to fight two Devil Shell without any armor on. And yeah, that's sort of your talk a big game, but kind of push their work off of onto other people. Which, well, being a player is usually you. And yeah.
Back to work.
Also, much like was said last time, we do have like visitors from Komura here and there. So yeah. Anywho, our goal for today. Get to the MR. Do the M2 star. Or get to the M2 star quests. Ironically, not so much for those, but more for what they unlock. Because, I kid you not, like, some of the shit that they unlock are pretty crazy. And in a way, they kind of go hand in hand now I think about it. And that's all. But yeah, once we got Agnesom, Volvidon, Baoth, two Great Loggy, Lagombi, and a Great Baggy. Trying to see what would be the play here. You know what? Let's try jumping into an Agnesom quest. Like, I quite like Agnesom and that sort of thing. Not gonna lie, the Shading of the Wings, like, doing expressions is starting to screw me a little bit. I'm definitely gonna have to look into that, because... Well, it ain't that hard of a situation with. Okay. Could have been worse. I could have made it so my wings change colour with expressions too. And I would really be up. Still using Greatsword because honestly, Surge/Greatsword probably going to be our main sort of weapon type with Sunbreak. So tell me if the music's a bit, if the game's a bit too loud and you have trouble hearing me. Because, yeah. Do seem said, you kinda need to... It does take a while for me to get the audio levels right. Okay. Now you can clearly see we have a longsword and a light bow gun. I can imagine we're going to be seeing seeing quite a few of those here on out. You should actually be able to unlock the urgent pretty quickly. Hell, I think it's actually the next day. When did I get knocked on my ass?
It's gonna hurt!
No matter, it's nearly dead. Yeah.
No more Mr. Nice Guy!
One thing to know, like, in terms of vocals and expressions, like,
Yeah! This should fix it!
I might phase new ones in, like, probably in, like, groups, knowing me, something like that. I already have a firm idea of, like, what sort of toggles I want. Like, neutral toggles.
Here comes the pain!
Say goodbye. Let's wrap.
Easy
And that
peasy!
being, well, I have these glasses on me noggin. Well, I have these, like, goggles on me noggin. Like, I think it wouldn't be a bad idea to have a neutral toggle where I'm wearing them. Like, I'm thinking like I'm focusing on the game pretty hard type toggle. I also wouldn't mind one for when I'm just sort of vibing. I don't know. It does legit feel weird having to only work with like 2 expressions. But if anything, it's like giving me a good grasp of what sort of expressions I want. Wait, did we get like 2 red wyvern gems out of that? That ain't bad at all. How is the stream doing? Yeah, like, encode aside, there's not an issue. Oh yeah, like, cause, you still have the patch, patch, urgents, yeah. Yeah. No, let me explain this whole situation where it's saying there's still hub progress rather than purely outpost progress. Well, like I said, after being null the first time, the rest of the story stuff was like, base-wise urgents were, post-patch stuff, and that requires your HR to get up to a certain level. So, yeah, that's a result of the HR going up to a certain level. And it's sort of... does it unlock between, like... Yeah, I think actually just if I go to status, yeah, it's 20 and it sort of will probably shoot up once we're done do it, and then so on and so forth till, well, we beat all the rest of base rise, well, the post rise patches. The base rise the rise title updates. Oh yeah, now moaning. But we can kinda do that anytime we like, really. If I'm 100% honest. Yeah, this is saying about doing things with calicos. Actually, I'm gonna wait till like I beat the urgent we need to, which is the blood orange Bishaten one. And I actually remember like my first go through of Sunbreak, I did use blood orange Bishaten gear, like weapons, because for where we are, blood orange Bishaten weapons are really nice, not gonna lie. Mostly cause of the element or status effect they have. Now, I think I've said this in the past, but I don't think too highly of status weapons. Like, I prefer element over status. I always have done, really, with the exception of poison and blast. Yeah, I think I'll leave you guessing on which one that is, which one the blood orange Bishaten weapons fall under. And honestly, I can actually see the blood orange Bishaten weapons actually carrying us. All the M4 star stuff, which is, well, what I like to call, it's what I like to call the it's Sunbreak's version of what I like to call the flagship star rank, or flagship tier. These are basically where the flagships start getting thrown at you left, right, center. Over M3 star quests get a bit weird in terms of what monsters in it. Basically, there are a couple of monsters in it you would not fucking think in a million years should be in that, like, underneath your typical flagship tier. And that's kinda saying something. I'm messing about with my tools and like really honing in on the fact that the shading's not there on the wings for some reason. Okay, so for the shocked one, it's the shading's only not there on the open one. Closed one, it's fine. But for the happy one, it's just like not there generally. Okay. Yeah, we might be here for a while. I don't think we'll have this issue, like, once we get to the urgent, cause of the fact that, well, it's an urgent. Like, something tells me that there's always going to be people trying to do the urgent. Honestly, these aren't really that hard monsters. Like, Alf can be a bit annoying, so can Velvedon. But, the double Great Wargy and the Lagombi Great Baggy, yeah, I feel like those would actually be kind of pushovers. Potentially. Yeah. Lagombi can be a bit annoying cause like it's rather mobile. Worst comes to worst, we can just potentially just solo the duo Great Woggy. Again, Great Woggy is like a piss easy monster to deal with. I just prefer to hone in on the multiplayer aspect of Monster Hunter games nowadays. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, we'll try one more time to get into, like, someone else's thing of the quest. But if not, I'm just gonna, well, caution to a win, I'll just solo the Great Woggy one. Because, I'd say beginning of rank monsters. Probably aren't all that hard to. I'd say they're not hard to solo. I'm sorry. Know what I mean? Don't look like we're getting yeah, don't look like we're gonna be able to jump in on someone else's one, so yeah, probably just gonna go caution to win. No luck? No luck. Okay. In that case.
It's great to see you. Take a look at the quest list. You'll do great.
I'll just fire up a help request once I get in. How about if anyone is if any who's on Switch are have this game on Switch and are so inclined, you can like try and matchmake into it or something. It's probably not going to be that hard.
Let's make this a quick one.
Offline or playing local? I forgot to. Okay, yeah, guess I'm doing this like proper solo then. Okay. Now you get to see me do my in the solo player setting, I guess. Yeet.
Say goodbye. Don't take this personal.
No. I only use greatsword in this game just because of first slash combo. I am in no means a professional at greatsword. Sword and shield are probably out with.
Say goodbye.
Ah, okay.
Here it comes. You're done for.
the end of, like, the multi-hunts, the monster's health gets, like, reduced or something like that?
Oh, can't fight like this.
I'm not dying to a fucking great woggy. Oh, I should have bought. Also, my mic might be picking up some of my button inputs from time to time. Again, I still you have to remember I did kind of do my scenes from scratch. So, yeah. I am gonna do one thing.
Let's go.
Sending sprigs. Get some, like, in a stats. Okay, we're good. That shit. That itched. Help us out hit. Yeah, this might take like a little bit, just cause I am doing it solo.
Say goodbye.
But again, like, it's fucking great walking.
Here it comes.
Like, I've never had any major issues with this monster. Like, the only time I probably had is back in 3 years. And that's well, and that was probably because I was fighting the fucker for the first ever time.
Say goodbye.
Oh,
You're like
now I say that? Well, no, I've got points again. Oh, now I say that, like, quite woggy hasn't been in a lot of mainline monster hunting. Like, I can count the number of times White Woggy's been in a mainline monster hunting game on one hand. Like, oh, hello, that was a bit lag. But yeah,
nothing better.
the 3 games it's been in,
Don't mind me.
4 technically, try for you, not being an
Nothing
arse,
personal.
not being an arse.
Don't mind me.
Generations and this game. I think I've already said how it's annoying that you have great Baggy and great Woggy in this game, but not great Jaggy.
This just won't
Like,
do.
you could have had the fucking great Jaggy trifecta. You were so close to greatness, yet you fucked it up. Anywho, we have a bit of an advantage here as we can just get a bit of early damage off by a
No problem.
thingy, wyvern riding. budget Monster Hunter Stories 2. I still don't know if, like, I want to try and essentially reboot any playthroughs that I sort of never finished or never really got going with it. I know Stories 2 was one of them.
Bye-bye.
And again, I think the thing is, like, I'm not keen on streaming, like, dialogue-heavy games. And, well, Stories 2 being a RPG, like a proper RPG, it is very dialogue-heavy.
Oh, need a cure.
So, yeah. I suppose that's kind of where, like,
You're my best
I
pal.
guess that's part of the reason why I ditched streaming well, because yeah, it was very dialogue heavy. Like,
You're done for.
it was very dialogue heavy for a Monster Hunter game. Let's just, for a mainline Monster Hunter game. Let's just put it that way. Oh, but all we had on these. Not that it's, like, really gonna do anything. Just because a monster ain't straight out immune to a status effect, don't mean it's gonna be, like... Some monsters... honestly, most monsters, like, aren't immune to their own status effect, but it's generally not a great idea to use a status or element they attack with against them, because they usually resist to it. Like, you wouldn't attack a Rathalos with a fire weapon, because it fucking resists fire. I keep forgetting that plot.
Say goodbye. Let's see how you handle this. Say goodbye.
Okay.
Come on. Oh, need a cure.
This didn't take as long as I thought it would. Like, I thought it'd be like a good half hour. Again, just because from my experience with soloing stuff at like Master Rank, to be honest, back in World,
Oh, feel like trash.
arse wet. But yeah,
Yeah,
my experiences with...
I'm begging for mercy.
I'm gonna turn the game down a bit more, so I can hear me a bit better. My experiences with soloing stuff at Master Rank, well, it can take a while. But then again,
Fight like this.
this ain't a TL stroke.
Here it comes.
Let's just say that.
This is gonna hurt.
There we go.
Hold on. Nothing
Right.
personal.
I will be trying to use palicos a bit more.
Don't mind me.
And also, I'm gonna... Hiya there, Dracon. Yeah, we just finished up the, double Great Woggy fight, hunt. Like, so yeah. I believe that, like, actually unlocks the urgent we're hoping to get done today. Keyword being open.
Good job, buddy.
Let's see. Stuff to get. We got a big, that's a rarer material, and just usual odds and sods you get from monsters I'm at.
I see.
Yep, here we go, boys. As well as ladies, non-binaries, and even attack helicopters. Ow. But apparently there's no orange Bishaten, or an apex for that matter. It's a subspecies, a blood orange Bishaten. The first subspecies we're fighting in this game. Yeah, like, Base Rise does not have any subspecies. Like, the only anything like that is, like, two variants, which will, in Base Rise, patch, or title update, patch thingies. So I'll be fighting those later. One of which is actually my favourite non-Elder Dragon. Oh, Elder Dragon. How Now, so accompany him on this task. Medic! Light is if I still yet. Archie Abyss. Didn't realize they actually reference that this early. Yeah, so there's something to actually note here about.
Your spirit shines bright. Uh-huh. A special quest has been added. Come
Like,
again.
there's one thing to note about the... Also, I like the fact that, like, in the all the Mass Effect ones, like, clearly state that it is, like, for one to go up a rank. Right? Scarlet Dengu in the Shrine Ruins. Oh, I am out of home medicine. Well, I don't need it for Blood Orange Bishaten, because, it ain't a poison monster. It's a blast monster. Like, that's why I say that. This is what I mean, like, earlier, as when I was going through Sunbreak for the first time, I latched on pretty hard onto the Blood Orange Bishaten weapons. Honestly, they would be pretty useful, cause, well, they are blast weapons. I don't know if I have one for Greatsword, cause the... Well, with, weapon trees for subspecies, if the normal version doesn't have a weapon for, well, a weapon tree for a particular weapon type, neither will the subspecies. But honestly, Rise is pretty good with having a weapon tree for each subspecies when it comes to yeah. Did I eat? Yes, I did. Okay. I'm definitely gonna want to do a join request for this one, cause yeah, Blood Orange isn't a pushover, like really at all. Like, Bishaten is a bit of a pain in the ass, and so can Blood Orange in some ways, but overall I just enjoy the fight more. Let's make sure to stay hydrated, folks. I am being loud with this on purpose. But I also might need a pee in a sec. Yeah, I should have thought about that. Okay, yeah, you can tell it's halfway. I legit need be right back. And try not to set fire to anything, whilst I'm away. I'm back. Ah. Quite handy that having a actual be right back screen. Quite handy. Also, holy shit, I peaked quick. Bit of fun get. Anywho, I really want to see if I really want to get into like a hunter help request of this particular, well, of this sergeant. Cause yeah, otherwise soloing this thing's gonna be an absolute pain in the arse. If I'm 100% honest. Cause yeah, and I really want to beat the sergeant. Cause well, I suppose it's not technically solo, but I'll get into why that is once we actually get to mission. Cause yeah, I can then potentially explain why, like, I'd quite like to get into it. Oh shit, yeah, we didn't actually fight, we didn't actually fight, Obadon. So we don't have any past rank paralysis weapons for our buddies. That's, not really an issue. I can always fight it, like, later on. Yeah, we're gonna be here a while, aren't we, folks? So, how's your day going? Going, That's going well. It's been another sort of relaxing day. And just meandering along. Are you really gonna make me solo this fucker? Like, an urgent. I would think that they'll, well, not quite solo, but you get what I mean. Annoying, isn't it? Yeah, guess it's looking like that way. I suppose it ain't as bad considering it's this one. Yeah. So, reason why I like go for a hunter help requests a lot of the time is cause like
Be sure to check the special list.
I'm always worried when I do the join send requests, like no one will show up. I don't like streams for me, I guess, in that case. I'm just kind of worried that no one's gonna show up. I guess that's just how I am. I don't know. I'm one of those people that's nervous about, like, putting time and effort into something and then, like, nobody sees it. Type deal. But, honestly, I can't tell if that's gone worse or better. I like to think it's gone a bit better. Like, I don't panic about it as much. I know with like streams and tweets and shit like that, it's like up to the algorithm gods, and they can be fickle bastards. Let's just say that much.
Best of luck.
Alright. This one will allow people to, like, jump in. So... Like... I think this will allow people to... well, jump in via the hunter help requests. I think. Again, I don't really fuck about with this side of it. Like, I'm never really on this end of the quest. Setting upping. Oh shit, like, do haiku shit or whatever.
Opportunity may present itself from the most unexpected of places. As folly begets yet more folly. And even if it results in a disaster of unknown proportions.
Yeah, it can be. Yeah, they can like.
By these creatures.
Those pine cones can fucking explode.
Feast to the crazed eye.
Oh yeah.
Let's go.
I'm proud to join you.
Okay. You was on the Sunbreak. Viewing will sometimes accompany you on urgent quests. Work with her to overcome them together. No. Viewing fainting will not count towards failing the quest. Viewing will accompany you when playing solo or multiplayer.
Let's go.
Move out!
Oh, yeah.
On my honor as a knight, we will achieve our goal.
This is what I meant by the fact that, like, you're technically not solo on this. You're on your own. But, don't expect, like, the NPCs? Yeah, I say NPCs rather than just Fury.
What's wrong with you?
Yeah, don't expect them to carry you.
Let's go. Make me proud.
Because they have their attack, like... Their attack is kinda shit. And that sort of thing. Okay. Yep. Okay. I think you guys can sort of try and jump in on this one if you're on Switch.
That's
Like,
my promise as a knight.
if you're not, you, well, can't. Because for some reason when they did this PC version, they made it so no cross-play between the versions. Or at least between the PC and Switch version. I don't know about the console. I don't know about the PlayStation or Xbox version. Because I think this has released on those platforms at this point. Which, yeah. Honestly, I kinda like the system with the NPC. But I wish they did more damage. Like, they're really not designed to be like a proper substitute for multiplayer. Otherwise, no one would be really doing multiplayer. If I had NPCs that you don't have to worry about them dying because they won't like hurt. And yeah. Like, you'll probably likely
Why would it appear in the ruins? Because of the kingdom monsters?
yeah, I'm gonna be making use of this leap there then. Oh, even though like the weapons are blast blight, doesn't that actually inflict blast blight on you? It inflicts fire blight.
My victory is a
But yeah.
Who needs a squire with buddies like
Honestly, the NPCs being able to fight alongside you if you're playing solo or in certain urgents is something I wish I really would like Wilds to carry over. There's a lot of things that Rise and Sunbreak do that I really want fucking carried over because they are fucking cool features.
Let's be careful. I'd rather not get an earful from Admiral Gallius.
Oops. Yeah. The NPC things, Palamutes, and Switch skills are the ones I kind of want brought over from Rise to, Wilds, but honestly, it it don't look like they really will. I hope Switch skills at least get brought over, cause I think they are Rise's best addition. And if we can get the NPC thing, that would also be really nice. I don't know. I just think it would. Like I say, like, I don't just prefer Rise to World just cause of of the fact that I kind of have issues with how much stop and starty like World feels in terms of like doing its storytelling and the ecology stuff. But the way they handle those like their cutscenes is actually abysmal. But yeah. Well, I think they said that they they're still gonna try and keep it cinematic, but make cutscene-age a bit less intrusive. Which, yeah. So honestly, something tells me, Wells, I might not want to do a peak playthrough of it. Or don't want to make the mistake of starting a new save file on it. Have you got in mind if I lurk, or would you more positive preferable? I don't mind. If you want to lurk, lurk. If you want to lurk, feel free to. Oh shit, that actually, like, straight up flies over it. Yeah. I don't mind if people's, lurk or not. Oh yeah, I forgot. Hunter help request. And it's the ever elusive hunting horn main. I don't see hunting horns all that often. Like, granted, they are more prevalent than they were in World, but you still don't see them all that often. They're kind of the unsung heroes of Monster Hunter multiplayer. Cause those buffs help. Yeah, the poor bastard is getting, like, staggered, stunned, and all kinds of shit. No, I don't really use Hunting Horn, like, too much myself. I like one addition they did make to it in Rise, and that's that you can, you don't have to press the R button. I think it's the R button to actually play the melody. It just the effects comes out automatically if you match the buttons up or match the notes up, which does make life a hell of a lot easier with it, because you can focus on, you can get your buffs off and then focus on going ham on the monster. Usually the head, because like the hammer, it's a blunt weapon, so it's gonna be where you want to be. Yeah. See? Whilst I know, like, the Monster Hunter dev team just does not have any plans to add, new weapon types to mainline games, I honestly think we do need another weapon type that specializes in blunt damage.
Whetstone time.
You should be
And,
proud of your polishing skills.
I'd say they should pull one from Monster Hunter Frontier. It's like this weird MMO type thing they tried with Monster Hunter. Like, hell, they even actually brought its flagship over into Sunbreak, which we're not gonna see till the Sunbreak, till the flagship here. So,
Taking a break.
but you can see why the fuck it is the flagship of Frontiers. Like,
Results to be proud of.
don't fuck about. But yeah, it had its own sort of ridiculous ass weapon types, and that's the third gen I've got on this stream. And one of the weapon types was the Tonfa. It was very dual blades like in nature, and I think it was a case. I think it could switch between blunt and slashing damage. Kind of, in a way, like the sword and shield, I guess. And I think that would be a good one to bring over to a mainline series. Except, make it, only do blunt damage. So Sword and Shield can keep its identity as sort of, kind of a hybrid. So with appearance based on status, due to the influence being spread by the kingdom monsters, do not allow this monster to words. There are signs of the kingdom's three lords. They're following their trail. Three lords are all very powerful monsters. Elgato will need to show great solidarity here. Asian reveals. And she wants to have a quick chat with us.
You look well.
I want to talk something. I know we only just went out hunting together, but I'm rather interested in going out again. I've actually prepared a new quest. 2 chairs able to. Now, you can take your allies out on quests with you as followers, allowing each of you to hone the other skills. Yeah, this is why, like, I was saying about NPCs rather than just viewing. Because you can now bring specific NPCs with you to hunts. Well, you need to, like, I think they give you like 2 to start off with, Duane and another one. Thought surveys, followers can join those as well. No,
Oh. Make us proud.
so, says like, oh, support serveways, which are they're sort of two, like, the follow quest where you sort of, I suppose they're kind of like the follow equivalent of key quests in a way. Like, you do them, and once you get done certain ones, you can then bring that follower along with them. You can also get blueprints for a particular use of weapons. And depending on like the character it is, like you do Furane's one, you'll get the blueprint for the sword and shield in that particular set, that sort of thing. And hang on, let my brain recharge for a sec. You yeah. Support surveys are meant to be like the optional ones, but in one of Sunbreak's tile updates, they made it so that you can now bring followers along on any Master Rank quest. Now, keyword here being Master Rank. So you can't, like, bring them into low or high rank ones, but honestly, you don't really need to. Like, with Master Rank equipment, you could, like, easily solo those without even blinking.
Humble greetings.
That's time when it's me. Use
For the order.
yeah. Now have Furane and Luchika as followers that you can bring on quests now. I had the follow quest Furane spoke to you about. Quite busy.
Your
Right.
spirit shines bright.
Followers powerful allies. Well, they don't do a lot of damage, so who hunt alongside you during quests. Follower collaboration quests are solo quests in which follower quests your assist in particular hunts complete them to feast fun with them. Completing the follower requests will bring you and the followers closer. Complete all the followers quests for their aid in support surveys. Well, it says all of them, but it really depends on the follower. Like, usually in the second one, usually they would sort of have like 2 or so, and on that second one, then you get them. Other ones you'll get them on the first one. And this is what I was saying about, like, you can now, in an update they changed it so any Master Rank quest, you can now take followers along with you on quests other than follow quests or support surveys. You can only select followers or with whom you form a strong enough bond. If you select follow on quest, that quest will become solo only. Yeah, this is useful for like monsters that I'm confident I can solo. Or I can do in a solo quest. And yeah.
I look forward to your safe return.
We not unlock the new Palamute gear? Huh. Maybe I'm thinking of like later on.
Good luck to you.
Looks one unlocked. Increase skill memory. Use this to increase the memory your buddies need to learn more skills. You'll need Eureka Corn. Yeah, Eureka Corn basically extends like the passives the slots, memory slots in your buddies so they can equip more passives.
Hey, good to see ya. Bye now.
And there is a way to passively get them, but much like Lagny apples in the buddy plaza. Just need to go up here and yeah, you just need to go up here and to this Kohootin. And well, Eureka Corns. I couldn't think of a better joke there, so yeah. Pinecone Pelting Panic. So if you're wanting to farm Blood Orange Bishaten, this is where that would be the quest you do it on. Because, well, yeah, Sunbreak has some really good quests for farming specific monsters.
Time's over.
Let's see if we can grab one more. Okay. Let's try Rathian. Like, a lot of people like Rathian. And plus, I think the charge plate I want to go for comes from it. I was literally just gonna try and do Sunbreak with 5 weapon types, but I think 3's a better idea.
Ready for anything.
It would probably be great swords. Maybe charge blade. And then maybe lance as a good old reliable. Cause that's what lance is for me. Like lance and sword and shield are old reliable. Also, let's see what we got here ally-wise. Dual blades, wax or switch axe. Okay. You know what I was saying about the Blood Orange Bishaten weapons? One of the people here is actually using the switch axe user is actually using the switch axe from that set. And yeah. Yeah, I forgot to restock. Always make sure to restock before a hunt. Or make sure to restock when you come back from a hunt. I'm gonna try go for that tail, because that's the best way you can get Rathian's spikes and its equivalents, and its equivalents in the different ranks.
Let's go.
Which I feel like I'm probably going to need for the Rathian Charge Blade. Now no, I actually do know how to use Charge Blade. It's just not a weapon type I use particularly often, because I do prefer just to Unga Bunga at half time. I mean, that's why I gravitated so much towards Surge / Greatsword. I can just Unga Bunga this shit rather than have to deal with the usual Iron instead. And if I wanted something more complicated, I'd use an Insect Blade. Oh nice, we got it in the path of those spears for it. You know, Tail Swipes are one of those things I tend to get caught out by, like, a lot. I wish I was kidding. Yeah. And we got Tail. Fine. Graffian Surspike. And I think that was a head break. Even though, like, Azure Athlos and Pink Graffian aren't in this game, thank fuck. They do have a unique thing, like when you break their head and that, you can start to see the scales of like Silver Athlos and Gold Raytheon come through a little bit. Almost like Azure Athlos and Pink Raytheon are Silver Athlos and Gold Raytheon just before they get those shiny scales. Fun fact, Silver Athlos and Pink Raytheon and Gold Raytheon are collectively referred to as the Metal Wraiths by a fair chunk of the community. Yeah, I'm not just in tune with like game lore and that, I'm also in tune with community stuff. You might have seen with low and some high rank stuff, I've done a thing called sleep bombing. That is something born from one time of the community, because they figured out that monsters take the hit that wakes up a monster deals increased damage. So naturally, like, rudely waking up by explosives is a strong ass move. It also, it doesn't have to be just bombs either. It could be like anything that does a lot of damage in one fell swoop, like Charge Slash or True Charge Slash from Greatsword, Amped Elemental Discharge of a Charge Blade, like certain attacks from hammer could be a good one for it.
Good to see you.
Trying to think what no, I was initially gonna make this the last hunt of the stream, but honestly, I might see if I can keep going till like the next urgent and beat that, because I feel like we're probably going to find more people, well, more hunter help requests and to jump in on. I don't remember what the next urgent is though.
Stay sharp.
I know one of the urgents, either this rank or next one is an Anjanath. I think it might be this one, because I think the 2 to 3 is the first proper hunt we have with one of the 3 lords. Also, the Argo, the boxes fill up fucking quick. And yeah, a lot of this shit is pretty useful. Account items, MP accelerants for your melding. I'll see if I can get like another hunter help one, so we can potentially get that urgent done.
Playtime's over.
You know what? Puke's another one people are probably gonna go for, cause yeah, poison monsters aren't a bad idea from the get-go. Yeah. I can't remember what point you get the side quest for the new Palamute gear. You can unlock in Sunbreak, but it is quite the game changer for the Palamute side of your buddies, as it's well, one thing really boosts their damage output quite a sizable amount, and B, it's bloody good for the status side of thing, which, yeah, You get the equipment in question, which is the Palamute Silk Binder, and stasis weapon. And put a stasis weapon on your Palico, not Palamute I mean, and give it the skill status attack up, which I think increases the thing of status element. And you have quite a damn good buddy for inflicting paralysis, especially if you can find like a Palamute weapon that has quite high paralysis on it. Like, the popular one to go for is from one of the, from trading? Is it trading or is it, mercenaries? No, I think it's from, trading. If we can't get a, another hunter helper for things, like, likely probably just gonna go for a bit instead. Yeah, we're probably gonna chill instead in that case. Because what I wouldn't mind doing is, like I said, off screen, I would very much like to farm the yeah, we could actually go get the Agnes on great sword. Oh, we can get the Rathian one early. We can get the Rathian.
Bring on the hard stuff. Ain't nothing I can't forge. Seeing my customers smile is the main reason I've been banging away at the smithing stuff for so long.
Yeah, but there isn't a Bishaten great sword.
Let's get you fixed up then, shall we? Alright, let's make it happen.
What these are the Bishaten have the
Ooh, I'm
Bishaten?
itching to get started.
Okay, the hammer does. Ah. Huh.
I'll put everything Master Hammond taught
Okay,
me to
that
good use. I can
might not
swing
be a
whatever you
terrible
need.
idea. Plus, it's a pretty cool looking hammer, I'm not gonna lie. This particular weapon tree, the gun hammer, one I'm actually rather nostalgic for, cause I actually used one of these to take down Ivory Lagicrus back in 3 Ultimate. And I think it's just a really damn cool design. Anywho, yeah, there's a Rathian Charge Blade. I can actually skip that upgrade entirely for that one. No idea where the fuck to get Dragon Bone artifacts from, but if I had to guess, just gathering round bone piles and shit, I might find one. Sharpness is kind of
I have been
shit.
wanting to be a blacksmith ever since I was little. Guess you could
That's
say
one thing
I'm
to be aware of.
something of an expert at this point. Don't worry about
Does
your
this
gear.
have
Your hammer with
a...
confidence.
No, this does not have a blood orange one. I know Sword and Shield
Fix
does.
something, shall we?
Like, so if you're going like hammer, sword and shield, or like any weapon type that has Bishaten weapons in its weapon tree, Blood Orange is a good one to go for. And where is it? This was one the Witch Axe user in the hunt we were just in, the Rathian one, was using. And yeah, like I said, I use this during my very first playthrough of Sunbreak. Because it's a... Well, whilst the sharpness is kind of shit,
I'll put everything Master Hammond taught me to good
you can
use.
get
I can swing
a
whatever you
decent amount
need.
of handicraft, like, early on. I think there are some monsters in the 3-star, in the M3-star, quests that give handicraft. Like, I think you also got the good old Rathian tree. Like, now thinking about it, was a bit of a stroke of luck that I decided to fight Rathian, because yeah, there were a lot of good Rathian weapons.
Ooh, I'm itching to get started.
Is there a Rathian lance? I don't remember there being one. No, there was a Poke one.
Bye now.
Let's have one last, like, egg. But yeah, if not, we'll probably just chill or something. Just go over schedule and that. What's there? Yeah. You guys know that I'm not one for pushing things over the 2-hour mark, at least for the first stream of the week, I think. Anna, I'm weird like that. No, Kazu? No, Kazu. Yeah. No, I've really turned around on Kazu. Like, I used to just hate the thing with a passion. Well, not quite to the degree that I hate pink Rathians, but that's a whole fucking other kettle of fish. But, yeah. As well, when I did, like, my second playthrough on Monster Hunter Stories 2, I ended up just... Please turn the growth. Fair enough. Yeah, the reason why I've sort of gotten... Well, reason why I don't hate Kezu anymore is when I was doing, well, my second playthrough of Monster Hunter Story. Actually, let's go to the Zatsu screen, because we're not going to have much luck with these, so we might have to start off next Sunbreak stream just doing some of these solo or whatever. I kind of want to go off. One particular feature of yeah, like I said, like I don't really want to push it particularly past 2 hours, well, the usual 2 hours too much today. I don't know why, I'm just a bit weird. Anywho, one thing I wanted to show off, and one thing I really wanted to use when I with my 3.0 stuff, and that's a feature Prison Live Studio has. Okay. And that is the music playlist feature. And yeah. It essentially, well, allows you to have a music playlist. And I'm thinking with it, like, if I get bored one day and just randomly scour Dover Syndrome and find something I like, I can grab it and stick it in a playlist. Like, And, actually, let's talk about, like, how I have my scene set up this time around in terms of the game screen and the Zatsu screen. One thing, they are very, well, much identical, just one has gameplay, one doesn't. And that's how I'm handling the backgrounds this time round. Like, rather than having like a Zatsu Zatsu screen and that sort of thing, I'm just keeping it simple, like this, and have a background I can switch out. And that. And that's sort of goes the same for the gameplay scene. And where, well, the actual background of that I can switch out for whenever I feel like it. Like, so let's say I wanted to switch this out for one we had on the game scene, I can. Or if I want something a bit more animated, I can use that. Wind turbines. Oh yeah, the wind turbines background, it's one yeah, the wind turbine, offshore wind farm, I think I've called this one, I made quite a while ago, like, It was a landscape piece I just randomly did one week. Or something like that. I think it was like when I took a week off streaming or something like that. Or I think I just generally took that week off. I just did it then. And honestly, it's a piece I am very bloody proud of. Like, so I may have gone a bit overboard on the different. As for the other one, it's called, like, this one, the animated one, it's called Spirit Migration, and it's just me bluffing about with very simple animation. I designed it a bit more to work. I think the stuff's good. Nothing wrong with extra effort. Oh yeah, like, there's nothing wrong with putting in a bit of extra effort. I suppose that's kind of what I tried to do with my 3.0 stuff. Put in a bit more effort, like, put in a bit more effort to keep a lot of it coherent. But, yeah, and a bit more impressive to look at. And that sort of thing. And honestly, I'm really happy with it. Like, really happy with it. Well, some bits could be touched up, like, on some of the expressions, the shading on the, mechanical part of the wing is missing. Like, if I... definitely eye-catching, especially the stuff that's moving. Yeah, just hope it ain't, like, a bit too distracting for some people. Like, because I know that if, well, some people's attention span is going to be darting all over the fucking screen. But that's more speaking with experience of that one. With the chat, like, I think at the chat/socials bit, I think with the actual chat separators, I had the idea of, like, oh, I ended up thinking of the idea of making them, like, look like little health and mana bars, which yeah, I think turned out pretty well. Like, definitely less intrusive than the old separators. I wanted the socials in. I wanted to have socials there, cause so that, well, people knew what my username are on the sort of important platforms that I would want people to know about, which is the YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. And yeah. And I definitely wanted a lot of it to, as well as my branding side of it, and branding bits and bobs, to be, have, like, coherent design to it. So yeah, like the Twitch/Twitter banner, the YouTube one being consistent with, like, some, well, my quote-unquote scene template. It literally just uses a, like, old version of, like, the scene template you see in the start, end, and be right back screen. Got me listening, so I think you're safe. Nothing's too distracting. That's good. I was a little bit worried about that. It might be a little bit too distracting. But yeah. Definitely some things I am gonna adjust with some of it, like the socials part of the chat with socials, like, isn't quite long enough to encompass the entire text. Sort out the like shading issues on my wings with certain expressions. And probably start like making a note of what other defaults and, well, toggles and expressions I want to add, because I literally just have the default well, the default toggle, a happy expression and a shocked expression. But yeah. You know what's surprising about, like, a lot of my 3.0 stuff? Most of the progress I made on it was made last week. Like, I think I did, like, about half of it last week. Which, just goes to show that, when I get my ass into gear, like, and go into focus mode, I can, like, get stuff out decently quickly. Like, I've got, how many things of, wait, this stuff was, well, not all of it, but, some of it. Like, backgrounds were done, like, fucking ages ago. Like, wanna cut stuff as you do per sound week, and variety in terms of sound, songs, like, this one I did in as part of a time-lapse, like, time-lapse video, hang on, let me check. Could say on a month ago. Offshore wind farm, like I said, that was just done randomly 1 week and that sort of thing. And the bit migration, I think that was for one of the first, like, scene bits I ended up getting done, and that was ages ago. Like, this stuff's, I had this stuff cooking for like a couple of months, but a lot of the progress, like, I did last week, because I literally sat down and put most of, like, well, a fair chunk of my time last week, that each set aside for stuff like job hunting and Redbubble, pixel art, and stream related pixel art, mainly for getting my 3.0 stuff done, because I was very much procrastinating on it in like 2.5 months prior, so I just wanted it done and start using it, if you will. And upon seeing that this week, well, last week was sort of the 1 year anniversary of when I made my YouTube channel. I wanted to start the new sort of year of the channel with a fresh look, if you will. So I essentially pulled up my big boy pants and just knuckled down with it. Because honestly, it's that sometimes that happens. Like, I procrastinate on something for like months, like weeks and months, but then I will just have days where, either without thinking about it or making myself sit down and work on it, I do just end up getting it all done. Like, I am consistently inconsistent with my work ethic. I want to get more stuff done. Both with Passion's life stuff. It's so cool that you made an animated pixel model which stands out compared to the usual standstill PNG tube. Why, thank you. Like, it honestly, the animated side of it more came about as like me wanting it to look a bit more alive and that sort of thing. So it just kind of stemmed from there. Like, ironically, like, the sort of overall design of like the quote-unquote body came from when I was messing about with like potentially making a Inochi 2D model and that, and I saw that some bits of the Inochi 2D software like hasn't even hit 1.0. I decided to shift gears and stay the PNG tuber route and just improve upon that. Plus, like, I feel like even for an Inochi 2D model, I would need a better either a better laptop or like a proper PC to run it, if you will, because, well, the laptop I have now isn't the most powerful thing in the world. And that. Yeah. Also, one thing when actually setting up the scenes, like the 3.0 scenes on Monday, I ended up finding out something. Like, for a while, Prism Live Studio had introduced a native Oz. I was once in a stream involving VTuber looking for a new laptop and she streams and plays heavy games. I listed down the cat's suggestion and the stream title. Would you want me to tag you that last if you go laptop hunting? Tag you that list if you go laptop hunting. Honestly, yeah, that would actually be really helpful. Thank you, Delagon. Yeah, that would actually be rather helpful. Like, because yeah, I'm gonna listen. Meanwhile, I'll get the list ready. That's alright. Yeah. Honestly, I don't really know much about like the specification side of things too much. Like, when it comes to what I can and can't run a sort of well, use it and see how my laptop kind of reacts to it. That's honestly why a fair few of the games I have on my laptop are like, once I know my laptop can sort of run, I do kind of need to actually have a little bit of a shift around about, like uninstall ones I'm not really playing and that sort of thing. I mean, VTuber plays FPS games, surely laptop suggestors can handle whatever you're using, right? Oh yeah, like this laptop can handle what I'm doing for doing and the PNG software I'm using quite easily. Like PNG tuber software, like to my knowledge, really isn't that resource intensive. Like I think it might also be like, and again, I don't think it's like a case of my laptop's particularly old. Like, I've had it since about 2011, so just over 3 years now. Yeah, I think literally about 3 years now. Because I got it when I was doing that 6-month Kickstarter placement thingy. It's what I spent my first month's salary on. Or was it the second month's salary? I think must be around 2008, and I think I go on longer, but not gonna lie, sometimes Apple isn't meant for certain games. Plus some keys are wonky now, which is strange, as I haven't used some of them much. Ah, you got a Mac. Fair enough. Yeah. Honestly, not sure I'd ever really go for like a Mac. That sort of thing. I don't know, I think I'm just too used to Windows. Like, I think it was college? Yeah, it was college. Which, college here in the UK, I suppose, is like equivalent to, last 2 years of high school. For kids that have um high who use the high school system education wise, and one of the room one of my sessions in the college course I did that had Macs, and they were very weird to use. Like, on the Mac due to familiarity with Apple's OS, plus I was using it for school stuff back then. I never expected to use it for Twitch. Never thought I'd want to game again, do art, etc. I don't know what future held. Would have went for a different laptop. Fair enough, man. Like, yeah. Don't care about graphics too much. Like, you don't. The beefiest thing for games, like, depending on what sort of games you're into, like, one thing, I'm really not into the hyper-realistic, like, or the AAA sort of graphics type one, games. Like, I would say the only two games that I play that are like that are Destiny 2 and Warframe. Yes, I did try to play Warframe on my previous laptop. Let's just say I had to have the window very fucking small for that one. But nowadays, when I do play Warframe, it's on my Switch, and when I play Destiny 2 on my PS4 anyway. Well, I think yesterday I actually on Destiny 2, I finally finished the Final Shake campaign on all three of my characters, as well as the Excision mission. And my opinion on that one? Prismatic Hunter is probably my favourite, like, Prismatic subclass. Definitely, I wasn't expecting that to outshine Prismatic Warlock. Anywho, getting back on track, because I quickly tangented there. That's totally a word. Because I just made it the fuck up. Yeah, my laptop, like, if you don't, honestly, you don't need, like, the best graphics to play, like, PC games, depending on the PC games you play, like, if you play a lot of, pixel-arty indie games and that sort of thing, which I have a fair few on here, you don't really need too beefy of a, GPU for that. Or like, ports of old games and that sort of thing. You don't really need, particularly beefy GPUs for that. Sometimes a person wants to dream big. One day I'll say and try out Baldur's Gate 3, even that game becomes old to others. Fair enough. Like, I can honestly see the appeal of that game for a lot of people. Wasn't seeing a mini PC that can fit in a bag pocket. Want me to link you to that too? No, I think I'm good on that one. Like, I am one of those people that prefers having a bigger screen for stuff rather than a smaller screen. Which is why I'm glad, like, I have a decently big smartphone for playing fucking mobile games on. That's all. Yeah, I'm trying to think what, like, games I actually have on Steam. Let's see. I have TF2 on, here. Let's see. Team Fortress 2, quite a few, like, indie games on that. I think I have, like, Shovel Knight on it, the first Freedom Planet, and the first Spark the Electric Jester game. I have Pizza Tower on it, yeah, like, I am very interested, when it comes to games. Oh, honestly, most of them I haven't completed, and I've barely touched Pizza Tower. Mostly because I got Vampire Survivors at, like, pretty much the same time, and, yeah, I essentially had, like, 2 months of fucking Vampire Survivors brain rot. That game's, terrifyingly addictive. You can also get Vampire Survivors on mobile if you really felt inclined. What other one? Oh yeah. I felt similar with Assassin's Creed Pirates. Fair enough. Other ones. Oh yeah, I have both Sonic Adventure games on here. Like, but Sonic Adventure 1's playing a bit screwy, but apparently the Steam port of it, like Steam version of Sonic Adventure DX, is a bit finicky anyway. So yeah, it definitely feels like that one wasn't ported properly, whereas like SA2, that feels like that was ported properly. What other ones do I have on here? I think one I do have on here that, like, requires, like, a beefy PC to, play is one called From the Depths. It's a, it's kind of a, I know, it's a ship builder, but also, like, you have campaigns where you can, like, command an army of, like, the ships you made and that sort of thing. You have, like, a decently beefy PC. That one's definitely a interesting one to check out. Like, if you're into that sort of resource management, like, troop management type thing, but you also want, like, the freedom to build your own ships and that sort of thing. Or hell, don't even have to be ships. They even have a land campaign where you can make tanks. Where you have to make tanks for it and that sort of thing. That's one that is quite fun to check out. What indie games do I actually... What indie slash weird and wonderful games do I have on Switch? That are... I feel like it's worth the time. Let's see. Yeah, I have quite an expansive little library on Switch as well. Oh yeah, like, I'm curious about those games now. Oh yeah, like, I'm one of those people that, like, will have a endless, like, thing of games to recommend people. Oh, there's two puzzly like games that I think I have on Switch that are honestly kind of interesting. One's an indie, one's I think was made by one of Nintendo's in-house teams. Like the indie one being Baba Is You. Because yeah. Well, be warned, that shit will break your brain. Oh, that game. Yeah, I was wondering if y'all might have heard of that one. Like, it is a bit of a mindfuck. Like, it feels like you have to kind of play 4D chess a bit with it sometimes, and honestly, I kind of like it. Another more physics-based like thing. I'm not sure you could really count as a puzzle game, but it does feel very puzzly. It's a small one made by one of Nintendo's in-house teams. It's called Good Job. Heard of it and seen one stream, but not a full game. I've seen some games that had one with plot twist things near the end, like in The Sixth Sense. Yeah. The full Nintendo one is called Good Job. Essentially, you're basically like an employee in this office, and you need to do like these various, well, each level you have to do the specific task or something like that. But what I'm really saying on that one is destructible objects and catapult physics. Yeah, how to put it? Out of the wired two outlets and a printer, you can create a fucking slingshot. And yeah. Wait for it? Yeah. Well, that's a sort of thing you're in for with Good Job. One of those silly little games that, yeah, is very silly. I have flipping Suika game on Switch, which then they got a collection and you're like, what are stream some of them? Like going through a library cabinet and showing your fun? I think I have, like, tried to stream some in the past, but I wouldn't mind trying to, like, reboot and some and that sort of thing. I think Suika game I've actually streamed a couple times in the past. One I have on Switch that would be interesting to stream, but like I try to avoid streaming like dialogue heavy games cause I'm impatient as fuck. But I do on Twitch have an RPG. I have an indie RPG. Right? Called Crosscode. Okay. Like, yeah. I have a indie RPG on Switch called Crosscode. You may or may not have heard that one. Like, and even though, like, I never really got too far into it, I do think it's a bloody good game. Like, honestly, I don't think I've played anything quite like it. Both in terms of story and setting, and in gameplay. Like, put it simply, like, you have like animes about like MMO, well, people playing MMOs and that sort of thing, but I think Crosscode is the first game to, like, to my knowledge, to really have that sort of setting. Well, a fully fledged game, I mean, having that sort of setting. There'll probably been others that, like, dabbled in it, or, like, aren't all games, that sort of thing, but, yeah. And honestly, I really like the gameplay of it. It's, how do I put it? It's your typical pixel art top-down kind of RPG, but it's an action RPG, which I suppose isn't too uncommon, but it also has fucking platforming. And platformer-based puzzles, which I think is, like, wild to me. Like, I even once, like, before I played the game, like, got the game, tried to, in Unity, replicate the sort of jumping and map the game has, and yeah, it fell flat quite spectacularly. But it gave me a greater appreciation of what they were doing. Of Radical Fish and the game of Crosscode in general. Because, like, I was doing this in, I was attempting to replicate how the jumping works in that game while playing it in Unity with C#, with Unity's tools. Crosscode is made on its own engine in fucking HTML. Let me put it basically. HTML is the coding languages, is the coding... Yeah. Yeah, you heard me right, like, it uses HTML5. The same sort of coding language that is used for websites. Which, yeah, is absolutely phenomenal. And the pixel art is like top fucking quality too. But for a game, that's not our next challenge making it, nothing scuffed. No, like, it feels like really solidly built. Like, it feels really solid. Granted, like, the precise aiming's a bit awkward, but I think it's more cause that sort of thing was designed more with a mouse and keyboard in mind than a controller. Hell, like, with the Switch version, Radical Fish literally went, like, well, when Hodgehegs fly, which is, like, the hedgehog enemy from the first area of the game, because they never thought they would even do a Switch port, and then they ended up doing a Switch port. And yes, there were flying Hodgehegs in the trailer for the Switch port. But yeah. Honestly, it's not just indie games too, like, I have all sorts of wild and wacky games on here that I've tried. Guys, I gotta learn the skills. As much as I want to do art, part of me wants to get curious on how people make the game. Oh yeah, like, wild and wacky, I gotta see if you have a stream. Yeah. Yeah. Like, I'd say, like, if I ever decide to stream crosscode, I would have to get quite a few of, like, my other current playthroughs squared away first. Which, yeah, it's gonna be a while. Like, whilst I do think I am somewhat close to the end of Daemon X Machina story, and Sonic Frontiers main story, I still gotta do, like, the Final Horizon DLC stuff on Sonic Frontiers, and Zelda TLTK is gonna take, like, God knows how long. Yeah. What other ones? What other ones on here do I wanna try and stream something? I would actually like to potentially like, I potentially, like, at some point might want to, like, stream one of the Mario games on Switch, either Odyssey or Wonder, because yeah, honestly, I have streamed, like, both Mario Galaxy games and fucking love doing it, so. And Wonder, cause, well, I think that game is fucking creative, like, with some of the stuff it does. What other weird games do I have on here? Oh yeah, like, Did you know that there's actually a Toys to Life game on Switch? Well, sorta. It was Toys to Life with the first half of its life cycle, but for the second half of its life cycle, Toys to Life kinda died out on it, so it just went to, like, digital. There's a game for that. Oh yeah, like, Starlink Battle for Atlas. It was on multiple, things. It was on multiple different platforms, but, you really wanted to go for the Switch one, cause, well, put it simply, on my shelf, I have a fucking R-Wing. Like, it had, like, people joked for the Switch version was essentially like the next Star Fox game, because it literally had Star Fox, stuff in it. Like, the starter pack for the Switch, like, literally includes an R-Wing and Fox McCloud. Like, I literally have it on, like, I literally have my Starlink stuff, on one of my shelves. Like, it's a bizarre, like, little game, but one of the more interesting experiments Ubisoft tried, because Starlink Battle for Atlas is a Ubisoft game, it just has, the Switch version just has Star Fox content in it. It's quite amazing. Yeah. Not gonna lie, two games on here that kind of surprised me I tried was, like, Disgaea 6. Yeah, I attempted to try to get into the Disgaea series with one of the games, one of the entries people don't exactly like. I know. Another one is like, hang on a sec. Hang on a sec, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. My mum didn't realise I was still streaming. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, my mum didn't realise I was still, oh. Hello, Tibbs. Yeah. So, oh yeah, like, one of the other weird games I have on Switch that I randomly decided to try is, one of the Taiko no Tatsujin games, like, you know the rhythm game with the, fucking, taiko drums? Yeah, I randomly decided to try one of those. I suck at it. I don't think I could stream that one without getting, like, copyright arse blasted. So, yeah. No what is, like, probably, The weirdest game I have on here, Lego 2K Drive, right? Yeah, I seem to have a habit of like getting drawn in by the really weird Lego games. One thing I like about studios corporate indie is how they know which game is safe to play. Was it like Crazy Taxi? No. How do I put it? One, like the games, really. What's the best way I can describe it? It's like stuff like not very like Forza-esque style maps, but like the actual races themselves play more like Mario Karts. And it being a Lego racing game, you can indeed build your own vehicles. Oh yeah, it is actually really damn fun. Like, it really doesn't take itself all too seriously either. Like, I know the game's, like, the very concept of the game's kind of ridiculous, so I just kind of have fun with it. Like, if anything, I would say that's a guilty pleasure game of mine. Like, yeah, Lego 2K Drive, I will say, is a guilty pleasure. Like, it's very much one of those games that I don't know why the hell I enjoy it so much. I just do. Granted, I do like racing games. Like, generally. That sort of thing. Oh, the only thing about potentially trying to stream that one is yeah, I'd be worried one or two things happen. One, it gets marked as made for kids because it's a Lego game. Or B, you ever stream it expect me to hype you up and playing songs like Tokyo Drift, Room Room and Rihanna's Shut Up and Drive? Yeah. If I do, like, the two main, like, issues, like, I would have, one, I would be paranoid about, it getting marked made for kids, and two, attracting kids. Like, I am rather paranoid about having people under the age of 18 in my chat, just cause, well, my streams are bloody 18 plus space. So, yeah. I am rather, I'd say I'm a bit more strict on, like, the age of people coming into chat than I used to be. Like, I was a little bit lenient on it, like, as long as they weren't too young. Like, under 16s or something like that. Seen adults by prop stuff. Probably with a typical intended for certain audiences warning that's on Twitch streams, it'll read you out. Yeah, it could do. Well, it would be a case of those would probably have to be Twitch-only streams then, rather than dual-streamed. Because I know the YouTube side of it is going to just, like, it will attract kids on the YouTube side of it. Like, straight up. Because, yeah. It's similar reasons why, like, I don't stream Kirby games anymore. Because that was attracting... Oh yeah, there are things as young as 14 on YouTube. Yeah. And on Twitch. Like... And... frankly, I don't actually agree with that. Like, I think you should be at least 18 to stream. I don't know, like, it's could just be me being paranoid as fuck about that sort of thing, but yeah. I do get... It's one of those things that does worry me about that. Like... I don't want to corrupt the youth of today. I want to corrupt adults. Yeah. I don't want to corrupt the youth of today. But I don't need fucking help with that. But that's getting political. What are we streaming rest of this week? Just make a Orvis schedule. Sometimes I be careful in case I got moose younger than 18. Fair enough. Oh, that's the thumbnails folder. There we go. Do sometimes I gotta be careful in case I got moose younger than 18. That's the thing, like, I don't have moots younger than 18. Like, if I find out someone's actually under the age of 18, like, that I follow either on or subscribe to on whatever platform, I just straight up unsubscribe from them. Just cause I'm very, yeah, paranoid about that sort of. Anywho, oh yeah, this is what the schedule template looks like now. It's still using the whole me in front of background thing. Oh, Metroid. Yeah, that's what we're doing tomorrow. Like, I've actually been streaming it like past couple of weeks and really enjoying it. Like, it is a really enjoyable experience. Like, that reminds me of something I was watching the other day. I can't remember if it was at this year's Summer Games Done Quick or last year's, but they did a 4-person Super Metroid race, and not gonna lie, that was pretty cool to watch. Yeah. It definitely got me like wondering, like, I really need to learn how to use the Shine Spark and wall jump. Anywho, yeah, that's tomorrow. Saturday we got Splatoon 3, cause there is a Splatfest going on this weekend. Even though it says 3:30, I am pushing it back to 4 PM instead. Just cause that makes life easier for me mother. So yeah. So just add a extra half hour on what's shown on the schedule there for Splatoon 3, and yeah, that's about it. Like, honestly, I always say that I like want to try and get back into Splatoon 3, but like, I never do. But I do enjoy streaming like Splatfest. Well, be aware I have like one of my sisters coming home for the weekend on Saturday, so if like which, well, won't really change anything, but like oh, to be honest, I'll probably just like say hi and then scroll way back into my room. I'm not that social. But yeah. If we end up getting like 2 or heaven forbid all 3 of my sisters show up, that stream may have to be cancelled. Because yeah. I do make it a bit of a point to note that forget that. I wish to do the same when my co-workers show up. Yeah, like I'm just not with people IRL, like I'm not always the most talkative person, cause honestly sometimes conversations can just go over my head. Sort of thing. Oh yeah. Yeah. I know that and I know like if there are 2 or even 3 of my sisters here, it's probably not the greatest idea to stream that day. Because honestly it's like not that regular of occurrence, like especially not having all 3 of them like visit at the same time, because yeah, they have very different schedules, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, I'm getting a bit EP, so I think it might be time to start wrapping up. So, thank you all for coming to the stream. Hope you as well, Cyber. I thank you, Daddy Corn. Hope you have a amazing rest of your day too. And that goes for everyone else who showed up today. I hope you all have a amazing rest of your day. And stay safe. And I will see you tomorrow for Super Metroid Part 3. Hopefully we can fucking find that gravity suit. See you guys then. And have a good day, everyone. Thank you all for coming. Oh, there it is. Good night, everybody.